Few days ago, I made a video about an event that happened in the Toronto East SDA church. After I published the video right here on this channel, I received comments and messages that the event was not a church-sponsored event. Instead, the place was rented out to non-Adventist singers. That is the message that came. All right. So I asked myself some questions. I asked myself that if that event was not a church-sponsored one, why was it live streamed on the church's YouTube and Facebook pages? But I discussed with my team and we gave a second thought. So we decided to make apology video, make the correction, and take the video down. So I did that. But after I published the apology video, then things started coming up. Messages started showing. Emails started coming in that the church seemed to have hand in that concert, because for some past month, the church showed similar events on its YouTube channel. So I want to share this event with you, and if you go to the YouTube channel of the Toronto East SDA Church and search, I believe you're going to find it because it is right there even as I'm speaking. So the title of that video is The Battle Concert, and it was published 11 months ago. So remember that the title of the video that was published 11 months ago was The Battle Concert. Now, the current video that I spoke about just some few days ago was also the Battle Concert. So it seems that there is a link between that video and this video, because that video was published on the YouTube channel of the church, and this video was also published on the YouTube channel of the church, and the concert was the same thing, the same non-Adventist singers singing the same concert. So was it a mistake that the church published or live streamed a non-Adventist event on its main YouTube channel? Was it a mistake, taking into consideration that it had happened before 11 months ago? Was it a mistake? So this has made some Adventists conclude that the church has a hand in the event, because it's not the first time. It has happened before, and it is happening again. Now, when you go to the Facebook page of the Toronto East SDA Church, the video I spoke about recently is still on the page, even as I speak. The video is still on the page. It still has the name of the church, and it is still on the page of the church. They took the one on YouTube down, but the one on Facebook is still on the page. Have they forgotten to also take it down from their Facebook page? Well, let's say they forgot, but share this video with them and let them know that the video is still on their Facebook page. So if they have taken the one on their YouTube page down, they should also take the one on their Facebook page down. And of course, I have linked that video in the description, or I'm going to link that video in the description. Go to Facebook and watch the video for yourself. Friends, watch the entire video for yourself and make your conclusion, your own conclusion.
So what happened is God stepped out of the walls of the church and then found me. The problem that we're having as a church is we keep staying within the walls. So I will say this, look, I'm sure there's somebody that's going to send me an email or a message about the fact that people are on the rostrum in an Adventist church speaking in tongues. I'm almost certain that somebody is going to come and call me tomorrow. But I'm saying this for a reason. When we disagree in the church, we can still pray with each other. But in the community that I come from, when we disagree with each other, sometimes there's a shooting. Sometimes there's a problem. Sometimes there's a break-in. Sometimes what happened in Rexdale is because of what happened at Regent Park. So what happened is in the church allowed us to be able to disagree without being disagreeable. So what's happened is the reason why I am here is because I could get to my bed at night and pray to God. That even in the circumstance of not having any money, I could still pray to God.
So, coming back to the issue of concern, coming back to the issue we are discussing, well, as I said, I will let the apology remain. But I will say to the Toronto East SDA Church that the program that, according to the information that I receive, is not SDA program, is still on their Facebook page. So they should also take it down because it is misrepresenting the church out there. The video is misrepresenting the church. Now, friends, another concern was whether or not SDAs should rent out their church buildings. And on the other hand, whether or not we SDAs should also rent other people's or other Christians' churches. So we will be discussing this in my next video because it is an important subject to talk about. Should we rent out our churches, considering what we are seeing in our churches when we rent them? Should we rent out God's church? And even, what is the purpose? What is the motive of renting out God's church to others? What is the main motive? Is it for money or what? And also, why do we rent other people's churches? And the funny question is, would we allow the Catholics to rent our churches? Or would we also rent their churches? We are going to discuss all this in my next video, so don't miss it. This is all that I had to share with you today, friends. My name is Lawrence. We stand in for the truth, and whatever happens, we will share them with you. We are taking back our church. We don't want anything that is outside of the Bible in the SDA church. We don't want anything that is outside of the principles of the church in the SDA church. We have the Bible. We have the spirit of prophecy. The church as a system has its own guidelines. Please let us follow and we will all be safe. God bless.